Hello students, this is Ashani from Cheenta.com. Today we will do a very exciting problem from geometry. We will do this problem in two different ways. The goal is to make you think so that you can apply these principles into other problems. This problem is from American Math Competition 8. It's a fantastic math Olympiad if you are in grade 8 or below. The problem says that there are two pictures. One of them is a circle with radius 1 and we have a square like this, and there is a bit of shaded region all around the square. We have a very similar picture. There is another circle with radius r and this is the shaded region in this particular circle. This is also a square. The point is that these two shaded regions are of equal area. The question is this. Here is the question. What is the value of r? If the shaded region from the first circle is equal to the shaded region of the second circle, what is the value of r? Now this question can be done in one line, literally. That I will do at the end of the problem. First, I will do the long way. So it's like a bit of computation. So how can I do it? Well, I will assume that this is S and this is S. That is the side length of the square is S and S. I will join these 2 points. So this is also 1. It's the radius is 1. So the total thing is 2. The diameter is 2. So now I can use Pythagoras theorem. So I can write s square plus s square equal to 2 square, which means twice of s square equal to 4, which means s square is equal to 2. The area of the square is 2. Which square? This particular square. That's 2. What is the area of the circle? The area of the circle is pi times radius square. Radius is 1, so pi times 1 square, which is pi. The area of the circle is pi. The area of the square that we are sort of taking out is 2. So the area of the shaded region is pi minus 2. That's what it is. Fantastic. We will do the same calculation for the second circle. Okay, so we will join these two. So suppose this is r and let's say this side length is x. So again we can use Pythagoras theorem. We can use x square plus x square equals to 2r whole square, which means twice of x square equal to 4r square, which means x square equal to 2r square. So the area of this particular square is 2r square. The area of the circle is pi times r square. R is the radius. So area of the circle is pi times r square. Area of the square is 2r square. And if I divide it by 4, I get the shaded region of the second square. This particular shaded region. Because I'm only taking 1/4 of the total left out area. From the circle, take out the square, divide by 4, I'm getting the 1/4 shaded region. Okay. So it's given that this particular object, that is pi r square minus 2r square by 4, this particular number is equal to pi minus 2. So I can take r square common, pi minus 2. This is 4 times pi minus 2. I'm just cross multiplying this. So these two cancels off. So r squared is 4, which means r is equal to 2. That's the answer. We were trying to find out r. Great. So we found it. But this is only the long method. This is not the happy method. Whenever I see a problem in mathematics, I always think, can I think what exactly is going on in this problem? So if I look at this question, and that's where the fun begins. If I look at this question, I'm saying, okay, this is almost the same picture. Looks like the smaller circle is sort of blown up into the larger circle. The smaller circle is sort of blown up into the larger circle, and the shaded region, which was here, it became 4 times the area. So whatever this little shaded region is, this one is 4 times that. Why? Because obviously these 4 together creates this one. Therefore, this one is 4 times one of them, right? So the circle gets blown up, which means basically the radius is getting blown up. Radius was 1, it got blown up r times. It got blown up r times. What happens to the area? How much the area increases? That's the thing that we have to think about. So let me write it down so that it's clear. If the circle's radius is blown up r times, which is from 1 to r times 1 is r, so r times blown up, then how much would the area get blown up? Okay, so how much would the area get increased? And if you think about it, if radius goes from 1 to r, area of the circle goes from pi to pi times r square. So the area gets multiplied by r square. Area gets multiplied by r square. This is a common principle. If the side length of a rectangle or a square increases k times, its area would increase k squared times. If it's a parallelepiped like a cube or something, the volume gets increased k cube times. So this is a general principle of blowing up areas, volumes, etc. You have to keep it, you can keep that in mind. So what's happening here? All of these areas are blowing up proportionally. If the entire circle's area get blown up by r square, this piece's area also gets blown up by r square. So one of the shaded piece times r square in the small circle times r square is equal to the shaded piece in the large circle. Large circle. But the shaded piece in the small circle, we know it's blown up by 4 times. That means r square is equal to 4, which means r is equal to 2. That's it. We have to only observe that the small shaded piece got blown up 4 times, so the radius must have been blown up square root of 4, that's 2 times. It's just a one-line answer, right? It's beautiful. So this technique is called homothety. We learn it in geometry, transformation geometry. It's a part of the Math Olympiad program at Cheenta. If you're interested in Math Olympiad programs, check the link in the description. We have wonderful Olympiad programs for AMCs, IOQM, and research programs for schools and universities. Thank you for joining in. Check out the other videos in this channel. We have plenty of great videos. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.